Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about gold and something that is very, very serious. And sometimes there are things that are so blatantly obvious to investors, it is smacking you in the face. However, very oftentimes we completely miss it. Okay, so we're going to talk about what Russia just did and their plan, what I believe, the Economic Ninja's plan, to completely destroy the way that gold is priced around the world. And when I say around the world, I'm talking about the Comex and the LBMA. All right, here we go. This story is out of Market Watch, and it is entitled, I'm going to link it below, Russia just made a case for owning gold and nobody noticed. Now, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Jack from Nobody Specialty Your Day hit me up with a text, and he goes, hey, Ninja, can you take a look at a video? I literally called him, and I said, if you knew what I was doing, I am so busy, I have no idea what, I can't even listen to a video, but let me break down a quick synopsis of, I have a feeling what you're talking about. And that is that Russia announced their central bank. Now, we already know that the central bank was very kind to its people as the ruble was collapsing, right? Due to economic sanctions that the world is putting on them. They were very kind in the fact that they halted purchasing gold so that their people can save the purchasing power of their money and they could go out and buy gold. I'm going to be honest with you. I do not believe you will ever see the United States doing it or any other governments, quite frankly. That was a very kind gesture because they knew that as the ruble was collapsing in value, and this was due to economic sanctions, that their people needed to preserve their wealth. This is something that we have been talking about for literally the greater part of when I started this YouTube channel, because I've understood this from studying the gold markets and what happens during a time of distress. I've been talking about this since the YouTube channel started, all right? So they went out, stopped their purchases, and allowed the people to go out and buy gold. Now, I want to bring something to light. I'm going to go off memory. The other day, the Russian central bank made a very important announcement. I believe it is earth-shattering, an earthquake-style move, akin to the day that Richard Nixon closed the gold window. When gold used to be redeemable, the dollar was redeemable, right? You could go out and you had gold stored with the U.S. government, and you could take your currency, your U.S. dollars, and you could go and redeem it for physical gold, right? What just happened, I believe, is as big, if not bigger than that. Here it is. The Russian central bank announced that they will start to purchase gold at around 50, it was in the 50s. I want to say $57 an ounce. It's not in this news article, I don't believe. As a matter of fact, I just literally glanced at the title and I'm going to talk about this. As of right now, I want to say the gold price, they announced $57 a gram. Right now, I think a gram of gold sits around 67. Okay, and again, guys, the Economic Ninja is going off of memory. No notes, no editing. What that did is that allows, first off, its people to still buy gold, right? They're not out buying gold. What they just told the world is that if you want to sell us your gold, we are going to be the buyer of last resort at a set amount. I believe it was $57 a gram. That literally put a base price for the price of gold. Now, there is facts out there, truth out there that very few people understand. And it is that the price of gold and silver are heavily manipulated through the use of contracts, futures contracts. There's all kinds of different ways that central banks throughout the years, decades, centuries, have kept the price of gold and silver down. As a matter of fact, why the book The Wizard of Oz was actually written. If you want to go check that out, as a matter of fact, go check out Bixby. He's done a lot of great work on the manipulation of gold and silver. Now, they have now set the bar and said, we will buy it from you. Now, if you have a bunch of entities like the LBMA and the Comex and other entities that love to do all kinds of amazing price manipulations on precious metals, real money that have stood the test of time, right? We've all heard that before. And they said, sure, go smack it down. Smack it down to 1,800 bucks. But guess what? We're going to buy it for more than 1,800 bucks. They have now taken away their power. And the only truth is, or the only reality that we need to realize is, well, how much gold can Russia buy? Now, a lot of people would say they can't buy much. Their currency's collapsing, their economy's in shambles, they can't buy much. I want to remind you of something that's very, very important that people are missing. Russia has been a massive buyer of gold for the greater part of this last decade. And as a matter of fact, one of their seriously close countries that they work with, China, has also been accumulating a massive amount of gold, right? Well, you don't get to that kind of spot. You don't get to become the biggest buyer of gold and the second biggest buyer of gold, in my opinion, by being stupid, all right? They have a lot more going for them, like natural resources. Natural resources that now they can't move to all the other parts of the country, where many people think that we are hurting them. They have no idea that they have the power because they have the real wealth. The wealth that means you can't eat without them. You can't heat your house, like natural gas, without them. The facts are, they have all of the cards, and they literally just put a price, a bottom floor on the price of gold. I truly believe that this is already a coordinated work effort with the entire country of China. I believe that you are going to see this ramp up even more. I'm coming to you from Las Vegas right now, obviously my hotel room, but I'm hanging out with some of the biggest names and executives, C-suite executives of the mining industry worldwide. Many of them completely understand what is going on. I say many of them because there are still people in an industry like real estate that don't know the big picture. They understand the value of precious metals and the role it plays. But still, even in a gold industry, a mining industry, or a real estate industry, you have professionals that do very, very well, but it's because their nose is to the grindstone and they're doing what they do to make money. Whereas other people in industries understand the big picture. I'm going to bring you an interview a little bit later of a very special CEO, one that does understand what is going on with this. The reason why I bring you this story and why I think it's very important, I haven't even looked at this story. Who cares? But I'll link it below. Excuse me. It's because wealthy people are transitioning from paper assets to physical assets. All right. Some have so much money to invest, they physically can't even take in the physical precious metals, which I believe is the greatest power we have as people, to go and buy some physical silver coins, some physical gold. But some people have so much money, they have defaulted. So I have multiple links for that because I think it is very important. And yes, I'm in the position too where I have to, fault. Now, with that being said, again, I want to make this very clear. We are in a transition period. Gold and silver are the last to the party. When I say last to the party, it's because it's an emotional move that causes metals to explode in price or to collapse in price based on the perception of the world when it comes to the economy. All right? In the late 70s, gold and silver slowly ramped up and then had an explosive blow off top. You are right now seeing real estate that was slowly rolling up through the last 12 years, and it right now is having a blow off top. Gold and silver are about to take that position where it is a panic move. Now, will there be ups and then downs? Yes, there will. That's called volatility. But I want you to understand what Russia just did is as big, or if not bigger, depending on how much gold they can buy. And I believe you're going to see China do the exact same thing. They have the wealth of the world, and they are about to starve the world, literally. Okay, you want to mess with us? Then you don't get the natural gas. And if you want it, trade us for gold. They're about to do something that is monumental. And I believe, honestly, guys, they're going to win. Because right now, the Great Reset is right at the tips of your fingers. And if you're spending more time watching Netflix, playing video games, or going out to the bars with your buddies, and not enough time researching what's really going on, you will end up waking up one day, it'll seem like overnight, even though it wasn't, penniless as this collapse goes on. I don't want that for you people. I want people to understand how big of an opportunity this is. Doesn't mean to race in and become overzealous, which really is greedy. Come in slowly. If you don't own a silver coin, guys, I'm going to put a link in the comment section below for some places that I've worked with, people that I know. Look at doing something small. Like I said, the second you buy 2 silver coins and you cling them together, it will literally become, I'm not joking, a coming to Jesus moment. All right, guys, I hope you got something out of this. With that being said, the Economic Ninja